Hey guys, I'll be starting the stream pretty soon here, so hang tight. And I have it over on here on my computer, and I forgot to mute it, of course. Kind of just getting ready here, just getting all my stuff set up. Hey, what's up? Sorry, I do not speak uh, any other languages other than English. I speak a little bit of Spanish, but nothing in the European areas. Very sorry. We'll go ahead and get started. Let me turn the camera on here real quick. Hmm. Oh gosh. How is everyone doing? Hey guys. Let me grab some gloves here real quick. So as you can see, it's called the Thousand Woofs. Uh, Thousand Woofs. Uh, I'm doing a little bit of a commission today. My sister-in-law, she got into 40K, but she takes a little bit of time painting her space wolves. So it was kind of funny. She wanted Thousand Suns Blue for her space wolves, which is kind of hilarious. Uh, and so last night I was kind of working on it a little bit, uh, just to kind of just get a general idea of how I want these to look and how she wants them to look as well. So we have Arjack here in his Terminator armor. Um, I I was kind of working on some highlights too to see what I have, and I do have this old Baharath blue. I kind of like it, but I also want to try out maybe just doing some slap chop on some of these other Terminators with it as well. I do have a little bit of some parts that I missed with the blue, so I'm also going to just work on that as well. So I guess I'll just start working on it then. Just finish up the little parts here that I missed when I was throwing this base coat of Thousand Suns blue on. So let me just get that in there real quick. Nice to see everyone here, though. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, I usually don't do Thousand Suns. I mean, not Thousand Suns. Space Wolves. They're pretty cool models. I will say that. But I don't really do them. So yeah, let me just get the rest in here real quick. Sorry for my angles here. You might not see everything that I'm working on, but you will see it finished for sure. Hello, Donut with Friends in Garfield. How are you doing? But yeah, I think I want to try slap chopping these. I think that would be pretty fun. I don't know. I want to see how it looks. If I don't like it, then I'll just repaint over it because who cares? My sister-in-law kind of gives me free reign. She's like, "Yeah, just make it look good." So yeah, let's get some right there. And I want to get inside of his little uh, Terminator helmet here too. Just kind of filling this in, really. Filling in these white parts that I just couldn't get with my big old brush. As you can see, I'm just kind of just throwing it in there, just fixing up these little white spots. Um, so yeah, let's continue looking here. I also have my ghetto wet palette today too. So I might as well try that out. Yeah, I'd say that this guy's pretty much okay. I just need to get this little spot right there. Okay, there we go. So our Thousand Suns Space Wolves. Thousand Suns Space Wolves. It's pretty funny. I think she just liked the colors. When she went to our local game store to pick up the colors that she liked, she had no idea about the whole Thousand Suns uh, versus Space Wolves and how they really don't like each other. And so she brought her paints to the front that she was buying, and the guy at the front desk was like, "Oh, what are you painting?" She had Gray Knight Steel and Thousand Suns Blue, and she's like, "Oh, I'm painting Space Wolves," and he was just like, "Oh, okay." Oh, weird. All right. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. It is heresy. Heresy. Some stuff over here on this boot that I missed. It's just kind of hard to get in there with my big ol' brush. So just finishing up this here real quick. Hmm. Let's see. I wish there was a. Oh, okay. There is a way to do it. Okay, cool. I just opened up the my stream here on my computer, and thankfully the stream chat shows up as well. So we're good. And he's got some right here. We're just filling in the parts that I missed with my base coat for now. Heresy. Thousand Suns Blue on Terminators on Space Wolves. What is going on here? No, I like it. It's a very clean color. I do like this blue. It is very nice. I like it. Another thing that I like is all the Viking beards on these guys. It's very cool. Leg pauldron here. I need to get that. And then, yeah, I want to slap chop these together. We'll see what happens. We will see. Probably just going to slap chop one with the Baharath blue. We'll see how it looks. Again, if I don't like it, then I'll just repaint. Just repaint it over. I just want to see how it looks. Because I was doing the edge highlighting with Baharath blue on this guy, on Arjak. But, it's okay. It's okay. I wanted to get Fenrisian blue or Fenrisian gray or whatever it's called, but I wasn't able to get that before the stream today. So, because that's what I was going to do for the edge highlighting. But I had this really cool, like light blue color, and I just kind of want to see how that looks. I think this guy is basically done. I was able to get a lot of base coat on this guy already. He's got a little bit in his armor there. Okay, cool. This guy needs some work back here on his leg. Pauldron right here. Okay. And then the inside of his helmet, he needs some Thousand Suns blue. Inside here. Cool. Yeah, let's get the inside here on this side. And in his underarm right here. And maybe some back here. Underneath his waist pauldrons. Needs something. Most of the time, no one's ever going to see this, but hey. And this guy, he's pretty good, except for right down here with his leg. And right there on his upper leg. I love Terminators so much. They're so cool. But I really wish that a Terminator had a little bit better toughness when you're actually playing them. I don't understand how aggressors have more toughness than a Terminator. That doesn't make any sense to me. Makes no sense. Okay. Let's see here. You know what I also need to do? Give me 1 second. I need to kind of shut off my. There we go. Shutting off my ringtones and stuff like that. Just had a notification. Kind of forgot to do that. Okay. So I want to see how this works and how this looks on this guy. If I just a little bit of this. Let's just start kind of going. I want to see how this works. Need to get some more. Kind of liking it. Just gives it just enough here. Just enough of a little difference. I think that I kind of want to try something a little different than using this brush. But we will see. Kind of like a slight snowy look. Icy cold. All right. So what do you guys kind of think? I actually kind of like the icy cold kind of look to this. Yeah. I'm enjoying it. Okay. Let me actually try a different brush here because this one's just not cutting it for what I want. So I'm going to try something. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So always repaint it. Let's hit them off to the side. Let's start here at the top. Ooh, yeah. Just taking a little bit off of it here. Yeah, like an icy blue. I am liking this. The only kind of sucky thing is that I already did RJack. So may have to redo a little bit. I don't know. I could keep RJack the same, but we'll see. Oh, that came out a little too bright right there. Let's see if I can try and take some of this off. Just kind of spread it around. Pauldrons. Let's just see if I can spread this. I put a little too much on there. That'll have to do. Okay. Yeah, I like the icy blue. I like it. For some reason, it reminds me of like five gum. This is what it's like to chew five gum. You become a Terminator. Kind of messed up there. Let's see if I can. Oh no. Oh, he's got a very very white colored shoulder pad there. See if I can make it a little better on this side then. Kind of even it out. Ah, there we go. A little bit more on this guy, this arm here. Okay. Okay. Here we go again. Yeah, it's too bad that our jack is kind of already done because I'm liking how this looks. Could just always go over him again. We'll see. It's like an icy blue now. I do like it. Wow. Oh man. Okay. Then on to this guy here. Take some of it off. I get his fingers. His gauntlets. Now here's the hard part: is what do I do with Arjak? Because I kind of have finished him up. So maybe I'll just kind of go over as kind of gently as I can over the parts here. Let's see. Probably have to redo a little bit of his paint job here, but I think it'll be okay. I'm already liking how it looks with Arjak here. Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. A little too much there. A little too much. Let's see if we can spread it around. Okay. I am liking where that's going. Let me see if I can get a little bit more over here on this side. And then his fingers. Okay. Cool, cool. All right, so everyone has that kind of icy hue to them. This one, he needs a little bit more up here. Okay. Cool. This guy, kind of want to give him a little more as well. Maybe a little too much. Maybe a little too much there. Let's get his fingers. Yeah, they kind of remind me of like White Walkers or something. Kind of. Yeah, I'm liking it. Okay. Well, we can put that away. Dry this off. And I'm going to drink some water. And I'm going to do some other stuff too. Let's see here. So I'm thinking what I should do next. And I have all this blue here on his gun, just from the dry brush that I did. And I think that I need to go over that with some gray first before I put down any chrome. So maybe I could do that. Power sword's really cool. Yeah, maybe I should get a little base coat of gray on their weapons first. So I'm just going to use Administorium Gray on here. Just to kind of clean up these areas. I don't want any blue to affect things. That's going to be annoying to get in there. So let's do that real quick. Top of this gun. Side of the gun. The spot of the gun, the trigger there. And I'm gonna take my time getting in here because I don't want to get anything over it onto his shoulder pad or his hands. And now the back of his gun that no one will see. And this tubing here as well. Get a weird angle here. Nice. Okay. So that's pretty much where I want it for now. I guess I'll get the underside of the gun as well. Just to clean up these spots here where the blue might come through with the chrome that I want to use. Okay. Okay, so that one's pretty much fine for now. Clean up this here. Thankfully, I've gotten pretty good at just kind of slapping these paints on, which is nice. Just become more comfortable with it. Just kind of brushing it on, just dry brushing it really. Back here. Okay. Good there. This guy's sword and his shield need a little bit of some work. So I'll put this over that. And they are power swords, so I do want to put some kind of like lightning effects on these as well. I think that'll be really cool. Because as an Ultramarines player, I am no stranger to power swords. Power swords are great. I prefer a power fist on some of my guys, though. But yeah, we're just kind of filling in these gaps here. I do have class again today. Whoopee. No midterm though, so that's nice. We're actually just going to be learning again. And I think that's good for now. Good for now. Get the inside of this because I don't want any of that blue coming through. Even though technically this is like a power shield. So I know, but there is like some of that, electricity or arcane stuff going on in the back of this. But I kind of skip that. It's so you just can't see it. So I usually just don't do it. Okay. And I'll get his weapon here. Cool. And this last guy. Just clean up the blue that got on here on his shield. There's probably some on the inside. I'll get that as well. And just a little bit. That is going to be so annoying to get in there. I can't wait. Can't wait to paint the insides of these shields. being sarcastic. Don't want to. Oh, got a little bit of that gray there on his gauntlet. It's okay. All right. Nice. So, what my sister-in-law wanted to do was she wanted to have Grey Knight steel on like the weapons and armor here. But I almost want to do maybe lead belcher on this gun here. I'll wait on this. I'll go ahead and start painting these with the Grey Knight steel. I'll switch over to a different brush. I don't know how, but their Grey Knight steel that they were using has become kind of runny. It's kind of very wet for a base. So I'm not sure how that happened, but I kind of actually like. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig how it comes out on this white base that they used for basing it. Go over to the storm shield here, and I'm just gonna go crazy on the storm shield. She's not gonna be able to tell. Yeah, I mean, sure. I still want it to look nice though, dude. You know, like I still want it to look nice for her. This is you know, I take pride in making things look good, or as best as I can. So yeah, the inside of these storm shields, wow, so difficult. And Alec, I don't know if you saw, but I based them in the Thousand Suns blue, okay, and then I dry brushed them with Baharath blue, so it gives them this icy tone to them, Alec. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, like it almost looks like a White Walker. It's really cool. Said hi. Who said hi? Yeah, this Grey Knight Steel, it is kind of runny, but it's pretty sick, actually. It's coming out pretty cool. There we go. Now time to do this guy with his huge great axe. I want to so badly get these runes to be like that white and aethermatic blue. I want to give them that look, that lightning look to them. It will be difficult, but I am determined. Sick. Sick. You see Jack here. Okay, I think I'm gonna put like a chrome or like a gold chrome kind of on this hilt part of his power axe. So we'll see. This guy's got his power axe. Alec, are you at work right now? Or are you back home already? Man, I'm really digging this. Just about back home, about to leave for the gym. Oh, okay, nice, dude. Me and Dad went to the gym today. I was able to bench press 140 pounds. I'm getting very close to being able to bench pressing my own weight consistently. I can do like 1 or 2 reps of bench pressing my own weight, but it's not like, I can't do like, 4 reps or 4 sets of 8, 4 sets of 8 reps. I can't do that yet. But I am getting there. I'm getting very close. Very close. Okay, this is going to be a little difficult. I want to try and get right there behind his like shield. My sister-in-law has almost 2,000 points worth of these guys, the space wolves, but I don't know if she's painted most of them. I think she's painted a lot of the characters, and she was working on some of her intercessors. Some of her Reavers are done as well. I think she got 2 of the combat patrols. Let me shake up this Gray Seer again. Grey Knight Steel, sorry. Not Gray Seer. Yeah, we're running low. Running a little low on this. Running a little low on the Grey Knight Steel. Oh, cool. This one's got like some runes that he's grafted onto his shield. Very cool. Try and get in there. Interesting. They all have these little holes on the sides of them. That side, you can't even tell that there is a hole, but there should be one. You can see it on this side on the back, but you can't see it in the front there. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, time to get to him. And I am going to use Grey Knight Steel on it because I like the way that it's looking. The Reaper Chain Cannon. No, this isn't a Reaper Chain Cannon. That's the Chaos version of this is a Reaper Chain Cannon. I had a leftover Reaper Chain Cannon from my Terminators for my Ultramarines that I didn't use. So I kit bashed it onto some of my Night Lords. Because I bought before the Night Lords Combat Patrol came out, I just bought another pack of the Nemesis Claw, and I just made them Legionnaires. Um, and so I gave one of them the Reaper auto cannon or whatever it's called. So I took off. Well, I didn't take off. I grafted a one of these machine guns, these mini guns to him, and it looks really sick. Might have to go over this with another coat I might have to. We'll see. I do want to at least try to put some Nuln Oil on these guys and see how that looks. But I do like where it's going already. So I don't know yet. For sure I'm putting Nuln Oil on this thing though. For sure. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I gotta do a couple more coats on some of this stuff. Because it's so watery. It's very strange how it got so watery. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break real quick. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, one thing that I was doing, you know, I don't know how to describe it, the sigils on their arms that make them Terminators. So, right here, I was just painting those standard Mechanicus gray. Because I saw it on the box art and I do like that. So I'm gonna continue on with that as well. And it looks like somehow I got some gray up here. It's kind of weird. Don't know how that happened. But yeah, let me switch over to a different brush here. And we'll just start applying this. And for sure, I'm going to be putting Nuln Oil on these symbols on their arms for sure, just to get some darkness in the recesses of the sigils here. Some up top on their armor. Here on their armor. Here. Just ever so softly. Right here. So we're looking at that right there. I think that looks pretty good. And then there is also the one on his knee pad as well. So I'll go ahead and get that. Part of it's kind of blocked by his gun. So I'm going to try to get some in there, but it might not work just because it's a very strange angle. Very strange angle to get in there. Maybe I can try to get some up here. Very difficult, but you can hardly see back there anyways. Okay, cool. I don't know what to do yet for their little belts. I'm not sure. I'm going to look that up here real quick, actually. So give me a second. Let's see what these Space Wolves Terminators. I'll look at that. So it's like gold almost, but there's darkness underneath. There is a bit of darkness underneath it, so I think I am going to make that gray. I think I will. Just the slightest coat of gray in there. Small little coat on his WWE belt. That's what I'm going to call it. His champion belt. Yeah. That will have to do for now. Barely see it, but that'll have to do for now. I can kind of change the lighting now. Let me move these lights back. Maybe that'll help a little bit for you guys. Sorta. Okay. Well, I'm just going to continue on with these guys here. These little pauldrons. The little the wolf skulls. I'm not sure what to do on those yet. If I want to paint the wolf skulls white and then go over them with Agrax, I'm not sure yet. So we will see. That might be something for a later date. I need to get the edges of these. Right there. Okay, we're good. Okay. And he's got this one right here. You can actually see all this one this time around, so that's good. there. There. And the top of it. Sides. That little corner right there. Just slightly brushing it on. And I'm going to get his belt as well. Even though, you know what? I think I'm actually going to hold off on this belt because I have a different idea. I think I want to make it like a leather. Shade of leather. Can't wait to do the hair and the fur on these guys. Oh my gosh, that'll be so much fun. I don't know if I got to it on my last couple streams with my Red Corsairs, but they have fur on them as well. And I really think that those turned out well. Just the different highlighting and shading that I did on that, they turned out really good. So let's get these sides here. And this underside here. A little bit more in there. And the top is pretty good, but I'm seeing some blue coming through here, so let me fix that up. Okay. And time for his knee pad. Apparently, Lego is doing a survey right now. It's a customer survey that I kind of heard about. And they're asking them, like, oh, like, what's it's kind of like a state of the company type, asking the customers what they're interested in. And I I don't know if I haven't put in a survey yet. I haven't sent it into Lego because I don't really know if they read any of it. They probably do, but I think everyone's just kind of tired of all the licensed themes. And you can't do much about the pricing of Lego. You know, that's gonna stay pretty high for those direct to consumer sets, of course. But you know, we just want original themes to come back. That's all we want. And I was a child of like 90s and early 2000s Lego. And of course I miss the old, original themes that they used to do. Um, and I don't really buy much licensed stuff unless there's like a cool part or something, um, like there's a new One Piece set that's coming out, and it comes with two giants. And I saw that, and I went, I could probably use those giants for my D&D campaigns. So like, I'm probably, I don't buy Lego all that much anymore. But it is rather frustrating that there is no more original themes. They had the Dreams sets, and I thought those were really cool. I didn't buy any, just because it's not. I'm not going to spend money on something that I don't really need. Um, and I don't really do much pick a brick orders either off of Lego's website. So I know that I could have gotten like specific parts or minifigures from that, but it's just really kind of frustrating, just the state of things with Lego. It really is. What can you do? Because they come out with these big old $300 castle sets or $300 space sets or $300 what's the other one? The pirate sets. And yes, I do have both of those sets. The pirate one, the $300 Barracuda Bay one, and the 300 or so dollar uh Lion Knight's Castle. I do have those. Um but I wish that there were like little battle packs that you could buy. Like remember those? Like for the old castle themes, the battle packs. You could buy a bunch of like you could buy your skeleton army or your dwarf army or just your crown knight army, and you could just build that up. I miss those. And so I wish that those could come back for sure. And not those weird ones that are being sold on their website through Pick a Brick, where you get like 5 Wolfpack dudes for like $20 or $25 or something. Like, no, like I just want the old packaging. I want that back. I want little themes that are just little one-offs. I just wish that they would bring Castle back. Castle or Pirate. But it doesn't sell well, it's not One Piece. It's not Lord of the Rings. But I think it would do well for a lot of people. Because people still like that stuff. They really do. Original themes, that is. They really do like it. Yeah, these armor pieces were really annoying. The little sigils were really annoying for me with my just ultramarine terminators because they're white. They're white, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I really don't like painting with white. I'm gonna have to paint a little bit of white on these guys later today or at some point, but yeah, I just don't like it. That's why I got my ghetto wet palette out. Maybe I'll pull that out today, and I can use a little bit of it for the white. Trying to get under his cloth piece here. Kind of worked. Kind of worked. Okay. And I guess I'll go over RJack again to get those Terminator pieces because I kind of that coat that I put on, the dry brush coat, kind of came onto these parts. So I'm just going to fix and clean that up a little bit here on RJack. I think, let's see up here. It's actually not horrible up here, but I will fix some of it. What is that? A little piece of something interesting. Okay, so now I got to think about what I want to do next. Everything blue. Yeah, dude. So these Wursk are actually my sister-in-law's, and they're space wolves. So they're kind of like space Vikings, and so I've given them kind of like a little bit of a brighter tone to the white or to the blue here. It's a little bit lighter, and it kind of looks like White Walkers almost. I like it. So they're not all blue, but they're a little blue. Vikings who chill in space, dude. Space Vikings, yep. Space Vikings. It's pretty cool. It's pretty sick, dude. I do like the Space Vikings. Hmm. Okay. I'm trying to think of what to do next. Hmm. Yeah, totally. They're totally Thor, dude. A bunch of Thors. Like you see this guy with his beard here. It's pretty cool. Very cool. And I'm going to give them like a lighter skin tone because, cold environments, lighter skin tone for sure. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on their belts. I think that's the move. Yeah, this guy's literally throwing his hammer like Thor. It's pretty cool. Very cool looking model for sure. I mean, yeah, the belts are pretty small, but thankfully I can just kind of go over the other things with them. I just need to really get into these recesses. Then I'm probably going to put some gold trim like over it on this part here for their little like their WWE belts. That's what I'm calling them because I don't know anything about WWE. They're championship belts, I would say. So yeah, but I can. That's the thing about these guys is like, of course, I can just paint over the things just to make it easier for myself, and then I can just go over it and paint it a different color when I'm ready. I just want to get into these recesses where the blue is still sticking out. I think I've found a more comfortable spot to sit, by the way. My neck hasn't been killing me as much today as it has been usually. I did go to the gym earlier, so I mean that kind of helps for sure. Oop, messed up there. Okay. See if I can just kind of remove that a little bit. I kind of got a little bit of it off. And, you know, you can barely see it under his pauldrons, but there is some leather down there. But I think I'm gonna kind of skip that just because it's not really that visible all that much. Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to get their Achilles. I'm going to the gym after class to sign up for 24-hour fitness neuro CC. Nice, dude. What, you don't want to go to the bar anymore? No, I'm just kidding. Space belts. Space Vikings with their space belts. Yeah, it definitely is annoying to get into these little spots here with their belts. For sure. Yeah, all these guys do is just drink and they tell stories of their battle and of their battles and they just like fighting things. They also like riding wolves too. That's kind of like one of their they have wolf mounts. Uh my sister-in-law, she did paint the wolf mounted guys already. But those are really sick for sure. And then I don't know the lore specifically for these guys either, but I'm pretty sure that some of them are werewolves. They're space werewolves. I was researching last week how astronauts poop in space, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, they just kind of gotta like they have diapers, right? They have just like space diapers. Well, I know that their pee does get recycled into their drinking water. Which is pretty funny. Um, I mean, obviously it sucks, but uh, it is pretty funny. You can barely see the belt on this side, but I'm gonna try my best to get in there. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Get a little bit more right up there. Yeah, they tape a bag to their butts. Yeah, how horrible to be an astronaut. I'm not a big fan of like actual space. Like I don't think that I would enjoy it all that much. Yeah, just no, nope. Just the whole lack of oxygen thing really doesn't do it for me. I also heard something like I heard something, I don't know if it's real, but I heard that if you've ever smoked like a menthol cigarette before, like you can't go to space. Something in the menthol cigarette and the oxygen that they use, like it crystallizes in your lungs and you die. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever go to space. Catch my drift. Got a little bit more on there. Yeah, it's insane, dude. Space travel is kind of scary. How so? How is there other ways to get into space? Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's very true. Yeah, the insane amount of research that they did back in the '60s with like the CIA and all that for drug usage is pretty crazy. Just watching uh, those old recordings of people like describing what they see and stuff. It's very interesting. There's this one that I think that is very interesting. I would never do it, but I was looking at something on ayahuasca, and when native people take ayahuasca, they report seeing like jaguar people in their visions. And you assume like, oh, okay, it's because they live in the jungles, you know. But there was some researchers who uh, gave ayahuasca to people in like Chicago, and they also saw the jaguar people. So it's very interesting how that happens. Very interesting. Let me get some water here real quick. I mean, yeah, probably it's because it's the same thing, but they originally assumed that it was because the natives knew about jaguars. That's how they saw the jaguar people. But then you give it to people in Chicago and they also see it. So obviously it does have the same effects. But it was very interesting that these people who have never seen a jaguar in real life were seeing jaguar people. It's very interesting. It's just, I guess it's just something you would never assume that it would also transfer over to people in America. Okay, I'm going to start working on their Achilles here with the Grey Knight steel. I'll be very gentle because I don't want this Grey Knight steel going up onto the blue, the icy blue that I've done here. All right, there we go. Looking pretty good. This guy doesn't have an Aquila. This guy does not have an Aquila. This guy does. Man, I like that. Wow. That does look very cool. Very cool. Whenever I say very cool, I immediately think of that from Red Letter Media. Very cool. And it kind of bugs me that I even say it just because of that video of the nerd crew. Um, this is different though. This isn't horrible. Uh, we're not talking about horrible reboots or whatnot or bad uh, bad merchandise from movies. With my loot crate, I'm so glad that those loot crates and stuff like that died off. Those little boxes that you get sent. every month of just junk. I'm so glad. Those are annoying. Okay. So I don't think that I want to put my shading on there yet. Um, I think what I will do is I'll start putting. I'll put some of the Grey Knight steel on there again on their little the little I don't know what you would call this, the little tubing on their arms because I kind of forgot about that earlier while I was putting the Grey Knight steel on their weapons. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. A little more on here. He's got this little tiny thing here. Some right there. Okay. So there we go for that guy. So that blue is still coming through. It could just be the Grey Knight steel though, because the Grey Knight steel does have a blue hint to this chrome. Just a hint of blue. I have a buddy of mine, and he's really into RC cars, and I'm not like super into it. They're cool, but I'm too deep into this. But anyways, he texted me the other day, and he found like this little guy that you put into your RC car that you can just put behind the wheel. And he was like, "Hey man, would you if I buy this, would you paint it for me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, totally." So at some point, I will show that on stream as well of me painting up his little RC dude, little driver for his RC car. Once he sends it over to me, of course. Kind of have to wait on that. Oh, and then I could get the backs of them as well. So I will do that next. So I'll just get the tubing. I can't wait for Infinity War 3 and 4. You mean Doomsday with Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom? So stupid. It's so dumb. I'm not a fan. You know, I was watching the original Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi Spider-Man last night. I was actually watching part 2 with Doc Ock, and those movies are so bad, but they're really good. They're really good. I really did enjoy. I really do enjoy those ones. I haven't seen the third one in a long time though, so I know that one's kind of the odd one out. That third one. Even the first one's really good. Just Tobey Maguire, he's just not a good Spider-Man. he's he's really not. He's so like he just oh my gosh, he's just such a baby in those movies. Mary Jane sucks. Oh my gosh, she's horrible. No, I don't like Tom Holland that much, like as like an actor, but I think that he's a pretty good Spider-Man. I do think that he is. Yeah, Mary Jane was. Oh my gosh, she's horrible in those movies. She's kind of the worst person. She's kind of the main villain of those movies. She's so annoying. They're just the most like toxic couple ever. She leaves her fiance at the altar to be with stupid stupid Peter Parker. Gosh. It would be cool to get Stanley as Spider-Man. Yeah, just CGI him in, dude. It's me, Spider-Man. Old man Spider-Man is a CGI Stan Lee. Oh, worst. Have you ever watched did you watch the new uh totally off topic. The new Rescue Rangers movie, the Chip and Dale movie, the live action one. I think that movie is hilarious. I really liked it. For some reason, as a kid, I really liked Chip and Dale, but I never watched Rescue Rangers. I just liked Chip and Dale for some reason. I don't know why. Because I only watched like the little classic cartoons that where they were like, oh, it's them fighting Donald Duck. Like I only watched those. I never watched Rescue Rangers, which is weird. That I really liked Chip and Dale. I don't know, they're just cute. Dude, live action Chip and Dale was funny. Dude, you have to watch it. I'm not kidding. Like they make jokes about it all the time. About like reboots. It's very self-aware for sure. You should watch it. It's pretty funny. Okay, now I'm gonna work on their little jets on the back. The live action Chip and Dale movie, it's kind of like what's that movie called? With who it's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Heck, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is in the movie. here. Okay, so I did paint the inside, all the inside of this chrome. Okay, on R-Jack. Kind of swirl it around. Okay. Oh, this guy's. You can barely see his jetpack. You still can see it. So I'm going to try to get a little bit of it in there without completely messing it up. Yeah, at the end of the live action Chip and Dale movie, they're like, we should totally reboot our show. They're like, ew, reboots? No way. I don't want to reboot the TV show. It's pretty funny. Yes. Yes, there is a live action Chip and Dale, and it is so funny. You need to watch it, Chris. Dude, you have to watch it. Everyone is sleeping on this movie. It is really funny. I can never remember the difference between Chip and Dale, but Andy Samberg plays one of them, and then John Mulaney plays the other one. And I think it's Chip. No, I think it's Dale. He gets he gets the CGI surgery. That's what they call it. And so he's in CGI, but then the other one is still in his like cartoon form. It's really funny, dude. It's really funny. It's like, yeah, I got the CGI surgery a couple years ago. I think it looks pretty good. He's like going to conventions, like living in the past. And Seth Rogen is in it, and it's very funny. There's a really good joke with Seth Rogen in it because all of his animated characters show up. So like Pumbaa is there, and then the alien from what's like the glob thing from that. Uh, you know what I'm talking about? He plays a glob, like a big green glob. When did it come out? Like a couple of years ago, dude. Maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. It's on Disney Plus, obviously, but um, yeah, it's really funny. You should totally watch it. I wouldn't lie to you guys. It's hilarious. It's really funny. And then I forget his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. But the guy who plays J. Jonah Jameson is in it too. I forget his name. J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons. He's in it. Will Arnett. I'm pretty sure he's in it. Chris, I forget. Are you going to school at OCC as well? No, I'm going to CSU Fullerton. Oh, nice. Okay. I invited Chris to come play 40K with me and my friend. We just played a weird 1v1v1 500-point game, and it was his first time playing. Chris, what did you think? Be honest. Be honest. Chris was playing as he was using my Ultramarines, and my friend was playing Tyranids, and I was playing as Night Lords. What to do next? What to do next? Oh, I forgot. So on their backs here, the little rubber. I thought it was pretty good once I got the hang of the dice rolls, kind of. Yeah, dude, for sure. And just the times that you just fail completely. The times that you fail completely are pretty hilarious. But yeah, it does take a long time for sure. But the more you play it, the easier it gets for sure as well. When I first started playing, yeah, it was long. It took a long time, but I blow through 500-point games now pretty quickly. Oop, hiccup. Man, I should have taken a picture of us playing. Shucks. I always forget that. Just to like take pictures for like Instagram or just for my own, just for the memories, really. I always forget. Should have done that. Because I thought I had a bunch of more pictures. I was gonna upload something to Instagram tomorrow, just as like a another year around the sun. And I didn't really have all that much pictures. It's too bad. I really like what you guys did at your wedding, though, Chris and Avery, with the Polaroid cameras. That was really cute. That was fun. It's kind of the perfect way for everyone to take pictures. For sure, next time. For sure. Nice. Are you guys gonna post it to like a website or something like that to just kind of show everyone all the pictures? You're just gonna post it on like Facebook or something? It's got a little bit of black right here in his elbow that you can see. So I'm gonna get that real quick. And I guess he's got some on this other side too. You barely see where it comes through. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Let's see if this guy, you can't see it on this one. That's fine. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. Post a link. The one you're training. Trial period is over. No refunds. Yeah, tomorrow I did post like a little picture. I have it scheduled for tomorrow, but posted a little collage of things, and there were some pictures from your wedding in there. Because that was a fun time. Yeah, no returns. Yep. Okay. Our Jack has a little bit of, you can see a little bit of that black for his tubing on his arm here. So I'm going to try and get that. Okay. I'd say that R-Jack is pretty good. Yeah, dude, I'll post it tomorrow. I think most of it is the pictures that you sent me a while back. But there was a couple in there that I took of you guys dancing, your first dance together. It was a very good wedding. It was a good time. Whoops. Got a little bit right there. That's okay. And can't really see anything on his arms, so we'll leave that be. Gotta paint their butts. They're space diapers. And yeah, okay. That's done. They have like little bracings. All right, dude, have a good day, man. They have little bracings on their legs here, and I almost want to paint those in what is it called? Granite steel as well, just to kind of clear things up a little bit. I think that would be kind of cool. Time is it? 2:08. Okay, we're making good time. Making good time for sure. These are way more fun, by the way. They're really easy. I like painting Terminators. They're fun. They're so big and chunky that it's pretty easy to paint them. So I can kind of blow through these guys. Hmm. Terminators are my jam, for sure. messed up there. You can hardly see it, but yeah, kind of messed up there. It's okay. And he's got like a little bit over on this side too. Barely see it, but I should probably get it. And then he's got some right here too, like some tubing for his armor. There we go. And some right there. Yeah, there we go. Like that metal tubing there. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, I'd say that you can see it. Cool. Yeah, let's continue on with the next guy with his tubing on his legs. There. Right there. Oh, right there. He's got some right here too in front. I'll have to check on that other guy, see if you can see that, but I don't think that you can. Where was that guy that I finished? Right here. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see it. Okay. You can kind of see it on this side. There we go. Okay. There we go. It's got a little bit that you can see on this side as well. Okay. And right here under his butt. Sick. Time to work on Arjack. Let's see Arjack real quick. He's right here. And then I'm working on the metal right here, the tubing on his legs right now. I did give Arjack some of that White Walker look as well. So I kind of had to redo a couple spots because I just threw the White Walker look over him real quick. So there was a couple spots that I had to redo, but it's okay. it still looks pretty good. Yeah, kind of messed up there, but it's okay. Kind of messed up there too. But I think that that's good for our Jack. I kind of forgot this part here under his butt as well. Okay. Alec, what do you think? You think Sarah will like her new Space Woofs? 1,000 Woofs? And last one for the chrome tubing on his legs. Kind of imperceivable, that one, but I can see the end of it, so I'm going to do it. And that one, it's a little hard to see, but there we go. Okay. Now what? Now what? Huh. I think I'll do the chrome. Not the chrome. The gold on their storm shields. Because I kind of forgot about that. Thankfully, I only have 3 guys with storm shields. So. I kind of want to switch to a different brush. Just make it a little quicker. Gotta be real careful with this. Kind of spilled over a little bit there. I can fix that later. So there we go with the storm shield. I want to get kind of the inside of this too. Not too much, just the parts that you can actually see. It's a little hard to reach in places. It's definitely hard to reach in places. Definitely hard. That is one thing about painting these guys that I don't like is sometimes their weapons just get in the way of the actual painting process because they're so close and you kind of get no like good angle to really get in there. Um, yeah, it's kind of hard. Um, there we go. Okay. I am liking that. Yeah, sure. Yeah. There's a spot here that's really hard to see, but I'll get it anyways. Let me get in these little circles here. Okay. So that storm shield is done. Um, I think what I also want to do here is I want to paint. Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing, Cameron? Didn't see you there. But I'm also going to paint these little hilts here. Cameron, how is your Ultramarines doing, dude? Have you continued working on them? I need updates. Pronto. Yeah, please do. You finished them, I take it? If you send me the pictures now, I probably won't be able to see them until after I am done with this because I'm using my phone to stream this video. So just FYI. But I hope you enjoyed it, dude. I hope you enjoyed the process. If you ever want to play, I'm sure that like if you just go onto the Discord of your local game store, like and just be like, "Yo, like, can someone help me teach me this game?" Uh, one of the one of them will definitely be like, "Oh yeah, totally." and they'll bring one of their 50 armies that they have. The people are usually really nice. People that play this game, that is. I've met some good people playing this game. It's too bad you live so far away, Cameron. I'm throwing a little birthday bash on Friday. Wish you were here, dude. Wish you were here. Okay, so the gold trim on the storm shields is done. Now what I want to do is I want to get the gray in there that I've been using for the Terminator crosses. I'm going to call them. That was almost bad. My it was not closed all the way, but I think, yeah, I'm just gonna get the gray here on the little crosses. I'm gonna keep the bones chrome. You probably can't even see what I'm doing right now. Okay. Just trying to get the backs or the tops, I guess, of these crosses. Nice. So that's how it's supposed to look right there. Very cool. I like it. I kind of did the same here with Jack on his shield. So the little crosses are going to be gray. You can see that. And I get the tops of the crosses ever so slightly. Nice. And I think this one here, which I know you guys can't see right now with the angle. And this one right here. Nice. Some stuff up there. Some stuff there. Sick. And the last storm shield. Oh, save the best for last on this one. Gosh. That little thing's going to be annoying to paint over. Yeah, this is going to be annoying. Okay. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Sick. There we go. Oh, let me stand up here. Oh. And let's check the time. 2:41. Okay. Making good time here. Wow. Well, I guess I'll start with the most annoying part, which would be the heads. I think that would be my best bet. Or I could save it and I could start working on the cloth pieces of their armor. But I don't really know what to do with that, so let me look and see. I just want to get some ideas here. Kind of check out what they've done here online. It's a lot of browns. A lot of browns. Hmm. Okay. So let me look at these guys then, because I have this guy. He has some tails. This guy's got some fur. That guy's just got a cloak. Carjack. Let's see if I can. Yeesh. I'm gonna do some upkeep here real quick. I'm gonna do some upkeep. I got some. I can't close this lid all the way, so I'm gonna try to take out some of this dried up paint on here. Okay, so there's a piece. Another piece. You know, that's just gonna have to do for now, because I don't want to cut myself here on stream, like I already just kind of did. I poked myself. I didn't cut myself. Doesn't close all the way, but it was better than before. It's better than before. Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to start working on some of these cloth pieces. This one is going to be horrible. That's going to be horrible to paint. Oh my gosh. I can at least do the little tails. I can at least do the little tails. So I have Mournfang Brown here, Dryad Bark, and then I did have another one. No, where is it? Oh, Gorthor Brown. I think that these would both fit for that. We'll see. We will see. I'm just going to start painting these little tails here. Must have cut them off at some point in combat with a wolf. Get another one right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry brush these with some cooler colors as well. It'll turn out really cool. Nice. I'm already liking that for sure. That's sick. Okay. I'm just going to keep going. With the, what is this, Dryad Bark? It's kind of a wood texture or wood kind of paint, but I like it for the fur. For sure. Oof, that was bad. There's just a lot of textures with this fur. So I kind of really have to get in there with the recesses of it. It's kind of hard, but I'll make do. It'll look better when that next coat goes on it for sure. Just really bring it out. I think that there's some down here too. Barely see it. Okay. Yep. I was right. Okay. Good on this one for now. I want to use other colors for the fur. That guy's going to be hard. This one, we'll do something different. We'll do this little tail will be that dark brown. I'm very excited to do that. Very excited to work on these. Huh. Stream is a little backwards right now because I wasn't looking at it, I guess. Okay. Getting into the recesses of this fur here. It's kind of hard to see on your guys' side, but nice. Okay. He doesn't have any tails, so I'll keep him out to the side. But he's got some. I think I'm going to put one right here on his axe in this shade. Sick. Okay. So now time to work on a different color. Get that kind of cleaned off. I want to use Mornfang Brown. Recesses in these fur that I just have to somehow get in and do. It's pretty annoying. They have a lot of wolf teeth on them too, so I will have to go over that with white, but I don't think that I'll get to the white today. Really just having to get in here and really just press the brush in to cover up the blue spots. So like there's still some right here. And I'm going to work on his back here. Hopefully that'll kind of help things. Oh, it's like a cloth piece. Interesting. I have an idea for that. Maybe use some skin. Borrow from my Night Lords and get some skin on that. I think that'll look cool. You just gotta come back out here. California is a wild place. Yeah, dude, it is. I just need to make a trip out to Colorado, man. The only thing though, dude, is I would just be coming to see you. I would maybe text Mitch, but like, do you even talk to Mitch anymore? I know that he's got like a kid. So like I don't talk to anyone, man. I don't know. I would just be coming out there to see you, really. I tried calling Mitch like a couple of years ago, actually. He didn't pick up. Just calling to check in on him. So I know he's doing good, but yeah, it's just been so long, man. He's good. I'm gonna work on this guy. I'll do this one, kind of that lighter brown. And it looks like I forgot to get the brown on his backside here for that middle one, which is that dark brown. So I'll do that eventually here. Let me finish up with this. Okay. I got some over there on that, so I'll get to it eventually. This guy, so he's got that cloak over him, and I almost want to do the cloak black. I really like how the black turns out. So I'll get this little tail here, this color brown. Okay, so we're good there. So then let me pull out that black. No. Gorthor brown, because I didn't get the back of that one. So let me get that real quick. Was it Gordon? No, it was Dryad bark. Yeah, that's Dryad bark. Whoops. Almost messed up there. Yeah, Dryad bark. Very on brand, too, for these wolves. There's a lot of jokes you can make with these guys. A lot of real cheesy jokes. Okay. So now I'm going to start doing black for the rest of the tails and that fur on that guy that he has draped over him. I'm going to wait on that one because I don't want to get any paint on it. So we'll do this one for now with the black. No, I think I'm going to go back from here. Probably easier that way. Yeah. Black tail here. It's a little thick. Try and take some of that off and roll it around here. Okay, now I'm going to do this black wolf. I think I want to switch to a different brush because this is just kind of difficult. So let me shake up this black again. Get a little more on that end. Scrape off the excess. And let's just start going to town. Yeah, that's a little easier. That's a little easier for sure. At least this way I can get the majority of it. Probably have to get the edges with a smaller brush, but at least this I can get the majority of it. I forgot about that too. He's got a little he's got one of those crosses there too. So I'll have to do that. It's kind of attached to the wolf pelt here. Just trying to get as much on here before I go back with the smaller brush. Just try and get as much in here with the recesses as I can. Really just trying to spread this out. Sick. These are fun. Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure how much he's doing. I texted him a while ago and he responded, but I didn't talk with him much. I think he's doing well though. Yeah, that's good. Do you talk to anyone from Pi Kappa Phi at all? Because I think you're the only person I still talk to in Pi Cap. Okay, so I'm gonna get the little brush here. Gonna go back to that and try to get whatever I missed because I didn't want to get it on the blue here. So yeah. Trying to find a good spot to hold it from. Yeah, I got a little bit on the bone cross there, but it's okay. Yeah, I kind of missed a little bit on the back, but you guys can't see it from my side here, but definitely missed some on the black, on the back. Gosh. Not really, to be honest. I'm more in touch with some of my theater friends from college than Pi Cap. Yeah, man, it sucks. It really does suck. Because there were some cool people in the fraternity, but everyone's just kind of moved on, you know? And then there are people who don't move on from being in a fraternity. Those guys. Hmm. Didn't Pi Kappa Phi get shut down after we left? Or like all fraternities on campus got shut down or something like that? Was that during COVID? I want to say that ours got shut down, or at least suspended. Yeah, it's a bummer, but it feels like it's personal. Everyone's just working, but it never feels like it's personal. Everyone is just working real jobs, not college jobs, and paying bills. And a lot of them have kids now. I didn't hear anything about that, but I could find out. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I want to say that it happened because I know COVID kind of ruined a lot of stuff. But I don't know if it had to do with COVID or something else. Also, I'm really enjoying painting these space wolves. This is fun. This is a blast. I feel like COVID cooked everyone. People just don't go out anymore. Yeah, dude. It's hard. It's real hard nowadays. But that's why I play board games and like go to shops and stuff and I join the league because there's good people there. You know, I've met some good people. They're so addicted to playing board games that they're like, no, I have to get out. There we go. There we go. $3 o'clock, huh? 3 o'clock. Hmm. Well, I guess now would be kind of the hard part, which is painting the flesh on these guys. So let me kind of move this out of the way because I need to let that black dry. I'm not going to touch it yet. So I'm just going to start painting the flesh on these guys. I'll probably have to go over it with a couple coats. So it'll take some time. That's the cool thing about Warhammer as well is there really is something for everyone. You like Vikings? Get Space Wolves. You like nuns? Get Adeptus Sororitas. You like mummies? You like cyborg Terminator mummies? Get Necrons. Do you like being lame? Well, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. Do you like Gundams? Do you like anime and Gundams? Get the Tau. I am just joking about the lame part about the Tau. They are pretty cool. Their Gundam suits are pretty sick. They are pretty cool. You just have to meme on it at this point. You have to meme on the Tau. I think there's a resurrection though. I've been going to this card shop at the mall near me, and the mall is kind of run down, but it's been popping lately. Barnes and Noble too. That place has been packed every time I go recently. Yeah, dude. I mean, people just want to stay inside, and they want to read their books, or they want to play their board games, or they want to play video games. But I just don't play video games all that much anymore, and I feel bad because there's a lot of FOMO, and like it's a good way to like hang out and whatnot. But I just can't do it anymore. I'd rather I'd rather paint. Like I'd rather paint my Warhammer guys than play video games. I feel like it's a better use of my time. Okay. Okay. Look at Captain Bluebeard right here. Captain Bluebeard. Wow. That blue is very funny looking on these guys now. That's very funny. I think Barnes and Noble is really telling. People could get books cheaper on Amazon, but they want to go to Barnes and Noble and actually leave the house and walk around the bookstore with real people. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. There's such a difference, man. Yeah, it's like way cheaper, but like, yeah, I'd rather just go there for sure. Unfortunately, Barnes and Noble doesn't have a lot of uh, Warhammer stuff though. They have a lot of D&D stuff for sure. Well, not a lot, but they do have some D&D stuff. But okay. Oh, I forgot about this guy. Whoops. Oh, my brush is seen better days. Oh my gosh. There we go. Yeah, they do have Magic the Gathering. Yeah. Sometimes I would walk into the Barnes and Noble store, and they would have those Lego packs for the minifigures, and people would just sleep on that, like they wouldn't even realize that they had them. So I would go in there and I asked them one day, I was like, "Hey, can I like scan these?" And they were like, "Yeah, totally." And I was like, "Sweet." So I found some of the minifigures that I wanted. So that was nice. Looks like I forgot about this guy with his cape right here, so I think I'm gonna paint that black. Just because there's not a lot of guys here that have black right now. If I can only find my black, which is right here. So Sick. Okay, so one of the last things that I'll do for you guys, just because it's fun, is I think that this is probably dry now. And you know what? I should put something down for the back. I should do that first, but I was probably going to do the shading on the back of this guy as well. So let me do the back of this real quick. Kind of the skin that I want to use for him. Get the little pads for this wolf here. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it, but we got the little padding on his paws there. Let's see if I can try and get a little bit more up here for the skin, because obviously this was a skinned animal. So I'm going to kind of borrow from my stuff here from my Night Lords and go from there. Nice. Okay. So let me dry that off real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of this standard Mechanicus Gray, shake it up a little bit, and I'm just going to start applying a small dry brush of this stuff to the back of this animal. And already that just looks really cool. Wow. I'm trying to really get in the recesses here. What do you think about playing Warhammer? I looked up the game online and it looked like it was mostly just dice roll, measure inches, roll dice, measure inches. I'm sure this is an oversimplification. Uh, no, I mean that at the end of the day, that's it. You roll dice and you compare what you're supposed to get with what you actually get, and then you have to compare the the toughness of your target against the strength of your weapon, and that's about it. That is the basics of the game. Of course, you know your opponent or you can try to save against the wounds that are being inflicted, uh, and then there is a lot of nuance with what armies you're running. But that is the very basics of it. You just measure out how far you can move, You choose your targets in which you want to shoot at. You roll dice to see if those attacks actually go through. And then your opponent, they go ahead and try to save from it. There's a lot more nuance than that, though, like a ton more. But it is pretty fun. That is basically how it runs. If you go to like an actual Warhammer store, they do give you like a little teaching guide, and like you go, how do you play the game? And they go, let me show you. And they have like a little board on the table there that they can show you how to do it. So yeah, that's basically it. And so I don't know if you guys can see, but a little bit of the gray is coming through there on the light of the what do you want to call it? This fur here. I'm liking it. I'm gonna let that dry for a second. And this one, let's see. I'm gonna do it on this one too. But yeah, that's coming out pretty fine. The cool thing about the guys that I sent you, Cameron, the Infernus guys, is they don't even have to roll to hit. They just auto hit. And then you roll to see if it actually does damage. So that's the really cool thing about those Infernus guys. When I first started playing, I did not like them. I liked my Terminators, and then I found out that my Terminators were not as not as good as I thought they were, and so I actually really like the Infernus guys. They're really good at taking out just like hordes of enemies for sure. They're fun. You just get to roll so many dice. It's crazy. And there we go on this guy too. You can barely see it on this one. It's kind of hard to tell, but maybe the black wasn't done all the way. Or maybe it's just my lighting. No, I can see it when I move the light a certain way, for sure. But yeah, there we go. Captain Bluebeard here. So funny. These guys are fun. Wow. What a blast. What a blast. Oh, it looks like Captain Bluebeard. I missed a foxtail. I missed a couple tails on him, actually. He was just off to the side, so I did not notice him. I'll get to him later, for sure. Let me see what time it is. Okay, it's 3:26. All right. So, is there any strategy involved? Let me see here what you said. Is there any strategy involved, or is it mostly just luck based on your dice rolls? It's a mix of luck and strategy, because sometimes like you have to hide your units behind walls so that they're not targeted. Sometimes you have to rush in with certain guys because they can take hits better. So yeah, it's not just like, you're just an onslaught of dudes. Every unit has different abilities, and every unit like has different, like some of them are stronger, like they can take hits better. Yeah, there's a lot of nuance for sure. There definitely is some strategy involved. Definitely. I play as Ultramarines, and the detachment that I use, the detachment that I use is really what's the word that I'm trying to think of here? Um, it's highly adaptable. Ultramarines themselves are very highly adaptable, so they get a bunch of different things that they can do like once per game, where they can charge and they can also attack or something like that, or they can fall back and they can still shoot, stuff like that. The other ones that I play are Night Lords, and they usually are always invoking uh, like leadership tests on their opponents. So basically, if they lose their leadership test, they can't score objectives, and you can't give them like tiny boons, like as reactionary uh, stuff. So yeah, very different. But at the end of the day, they're still just shooting each other. Still just shooting. With the Ultramarines, I get this one thing where I can target one specific unit of my opponent, and whenever I roll my dice against that one unit, I can re-roll the hit rolls, and then I get a +1 to the wound roll. So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it is still luck, but there are boons that you can give your units when they're attacking certain guys. It just depends on who you're playing as, for sure. Like if you're playing as more of like a shooting based uh, army, there's more melee focused armies. There's more vehicle focused armies, and yeah, there's a lot of different strategies involved for sure. These guys are obviously more of a melee focused army for sure. For sure. But with that, I'm probably gonna end this stream a little early. My dad needs the computer for some stuff, and I need to get ready for my class tonight. I didn't take a shower after I got home from the gym, so I need to do all that. So yeah, thanks for coming around, guys. I appreciate you all very much. Um, if you want to go over on Instagram, I do have my little campaign updates that I do, as well as I post little builds of my stuff. I probably won't be doing a campaign update tomorrow, being that it is my birthday. So just kind of relax. I do have a little post that I'm gonna make, but it's more just it's more just a year in review, basically, of what's been going on. But then I do have little videos here as well on Tuesdays that I post, just talking about life, also D&D as well. I mix a little bit of both. But thanks, guys, for coming here and hanging out with me today with these space wolves, the 1,000 woofs, as I'm calling them. Uh, Sworn enemies of the Thousand Suns, but we're using Thousand Suns blue. It's fine. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Have a great day. Let's build something cool together, guys. Bye.